Hey everybody, welcome to Phandom Nights, news episode where we talk about what's poppin' in pop culture. Nice. I'm Sherman.
I'm Dustin.
You're about to say I'm Chris.
Yeah, I'm Chris. Yeah,
It's been a rough kind of week, I guess.
Hasn't been that rough for us, but
for some people. Let's get some lighter stuff out of the way. We'll talk. Okay. That seems like a big topic later.
Yeah, right.
You guys got anything kind of interesting and fun this week?
I do. Yeah.
Or the last week and a half, I guess.
Well, I know. Are you a Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan?
Yeah, kinda. I haven't caught up. I haven't I love
that song.
Stayed caught up with it.
It does.
I'm all hyped up every time it comes on.
Yeah, I haven't stayed caught up with it, but I enjoy the show.
Well, they're officially ending after season 8, so it's kind of a bummer.
I know a lot of people are gonna be sad about that one.
Yeah, it's been nice knowing you, Jake.
Well, they've been canceled before. Hopefully, someone picks them up, but I haven't heard anything about that happening.
Oh,
especially with all the police stuff and people not liking police lately, and this is a police show.
Even though it's a parody,
I know. I don't know. Well, I've seen interviews and stuff where they've thrown out the script 3 times already because they had a script written and then George Floyd happened and they're like, oh, we can't do that. So then they rewrote everything and then coronavirus happened and they're like, oh, we can't do that. So that's why they haven't released any new episodes during this TV season, and they're waiting until 2021 to 2022, and they're only going to release 10 episodes. So it's going to be one more season, a shorter season, and they still don't have a script for it because they're just we don't know what to talk about. So, I don't know.
It's almost the same treatment as New Girl got. Did you guys ever watch New Girl?
No, I did, but what happened?
I'm currently going through.
So New Girl, they had 6 seasons, and it ended with Nick and Jess.
Spoilers. Sorry.
Oh, you haven't seen it.
I'm not there yet.
Oh shoot! Sorry.
No. You're good.
Well,
Nick and Jess used to date, so that actually doesn't surprise me.
Okay, so basically they kiss in the elevator, and that's the cutscene.
Okay,
that's it.
Nothing spoils.
That's lame.
So. Okay, it kind of spoils. Anyways, back to the story at hand here. So they're owned by Fox, and Fox. I literally saw Jake Johnson with an interview with 2 other random podcasters or whatever, and he was saying that they didn't get canceled. That's the fancy way that they call it. They got fired.
The show got fired?
No, all the actors got fired from the show. I don't know.
Weird.
That's just what he said. And so he said that they still had a loyal fan base, and all of the actors were super bummed that they couldn't finish this story. And so they pleaded with Fox to, give us an ending for the show for the fans that, have been watching from the beginning. Mm-hmm. And so then they released, a couple, I think it was 7 episodes in season 7 or whatever to finish it off.
After the kiss in the elevator?
After the kiss and after the cancellation stuff.
Something wraps up.
Right. It does wrap up.
Which I'm glad that at least 9-9 is getting 10 episodes, but it's okay, now we have to figure out a way, or they have to figure out a way to write it where it ends well, Mm-hmm. But I do kind of feel like the show is kind of done. I mean, they've kind of done all they can. Now they're the last episode, it was funny and enjoyable to watch, but it wasn't the magic that was season 4 or something like that, or the 2. All TV series go through a arc, and you want to end it before it just gets bad, you know. So
I mean, I guess it depends on because if you don't have a basis for the storyline, because some TV shows that have are based on books or whatever.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones had that where they had a storyline to go off of, but then the last season just
nothing
wrecked it.
What do you got, Chris?
Wow, all the things that I saved were about a big story, but so the Snyder Cut is coming. This isn't a big news story. I just wanted to talk about it.
Trailer comes tomorrow.
I know. There's a trailer tomorrow, but did you see the trailer for the trailer?
Yeah.
It's so funny. There's a trailer for the trailer, and then the trailer's going to be for this movie. It's just so weird. But they did release a picture of Jared Leto as the Joker, which is black and white, and I'm like, all right, it looks Looks a little.
What's with his hair though?
It looks way better than the Suicide Squad Jared Leto.
And he looks a lot more like the Dark Knight Joker. And I saw someone say, like, it looks like he just ate a bunch of chocolate cake.
It does.
He has all the makeup on his mouth.
Jeez.
But, I don't know. It looks better than the other version. So, hopefully it's good. I don't know how excited I am for the Snyder Cut. I'm excited to see it, but I'm just like...
Like, I saw like, pictures of, like, Darkseid for it, and, like, that looks super promising, because, like, he looks super dope.
Yeah. I'm excited for the black suits Superman, too.
Right?
Yeah.
That was a cool picture to see as well.
Like, I mean, well, that also makes way more sense for, like, the story arc of, like, Death of Superman. Like, so, production wrapped up for Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh, good.
So major spoiler alerts, people, but, so, apparently Sam Neill went on record, like, original Jurassic Park 3 Sam Neill. They filmed essentially a 6-hour-long movie, and they have to cut a bunch of it down. For Jurassic World Dominion.
Sam Neill's going to be in it?
Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum are all coming back for this movie.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
This was
Dude, it's so... I'm
awesome.
so excited for it.
Are the new
Yep,
cast going to be in it, too?
Chris Pratt and redhead girl, I can't think of her name off the top of my head.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah. It's gonna be like a culmination of like the entire like.
That is awesome. Is it gonna be like the official last one or something? Or
I don't think so.
I would honestly, I kind of hope so.
Yeah. Like wrap it up. Yeah.
Because I mean, like, so like with the way the last one ended, how do you top that?
The last one was awful. It was just I've seen it once and I was so disappointed
Really?
by it.
I've seen it like
I didn't
twice.
The last one?
The last
Fallen Kingdom?
Yeah. It's just the whole raptor in the mansion, or not raptor, the dinosaur in the mansion thing, and I don't know. I don't remember it that well, but I just remember being very disappointed. Like, this is everything that's wrong with Hollywood was this movie to me. But hopefully they can get some of that magic back with Sam Neill and all them coming back.
And I'm kind of curious about like where they're gonna go with it, because like I mean they literally just set a bunch of dinosaurs loose on the world.
Yeah, exactly why I don't think it's gonna end right after this movie.
Yeah. Wait, is there a trailer?
No, not yet.
Okay. Yeah.
They finished production, so like once they do like some editing, they'll probably release a trailer, because it's not set for release until next, I think July of next year.
7-hour movie that they have to cut down.
6 hours, yeah.
6-hour movie. Jeez. Oh, jeez.
Right.
Wow.
Which, like, and this isn't about like Dominion, but like I watched a video, and for some reason I had never once put it together that like the very first Jurassic Park movie, like they show you like a foreshadowing within like the first like 20 minutes, like when they're on the helicopter coming to the island.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like, so you know Jeff Goldblum's line, like, life finds a way, right? So when they're on the helicopter coming down, Sam Neill like has his seatbelts. You know how they don't fit? Yeah. Because he has two female parts. Right. And he ties it together.
I
like,
never noticed that before.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
I mean, I knew that they're the two wrong parts, but
they're the female part for like the seatbelt. Yeah. And it's like, all right, well, all the dinosaurs are female, but they still manage to reproduce.
Still tied that knot.
But yeah,
I feel like that's reading a little too much into it, but
I don't think it is, because like Steven Spielberg, are you kidding me? Would totally do that.
That's awesome. Wow. I have a little minor one. Ray Park tweeted or Instagrammed a photo of his
Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Aesthetic or prosthetics?
Prosthetics. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. And he said, "Meet me on Dathomir." So
there's speculation whether it could be a new project or it could just be old photos from 1999.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. So okay. I was all excited about him. Like,
I would be.
He's for sure in this.
I'd actually be excited if they did like a
Obi-Wan show.
That's what the speculation is. I personally hope he's not. But
really?
Yeah. Because he's already in Rebels and doesn't know where Obi-Wan is until the very end.
Wasn't there something where they canceled Ray Park or something too?
Because of that video I told you guys about.
Oh. Yeah. Because there was the video that you saved and you watch every single day before you go to bed.
Well, yeah. I don't have the video anymore. But.
Anyways, wow.
So,
I don't know. That was just literally the only other minor thing I had other than the big story. So, do you guys have anything else?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but there's an adult animated Velma show coming to HBO Max. So Velma from Scooby-Doo, she's getting her own origin story series.
Live action or animated?
Animated.
But they specify adult animated?
They specify adult.
Why?
I'm assuming probably nudity, drugs, or
That's
whatever.
So weird.
Yeah, I don't know why.
How do you
do for me?
So
well, how do you go from like sex, drugs, and rock and roll to Jinkies?
I know. Jinkies. Nerdy person ever.
To like, hey, let's go solve some murder mysteries with 1950s language.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Okay, that's interesting though.
Yeah.
Velma is a very popular cosplay on TikTok, and like a very popular cosplay.
Sexy nerd,
right?
Please. Any other stories, guys?
No.
So, speaking of posting stuff that can get you banned from...
Wait, I got one more thing.
Okay, never mind.
So, there's an Avatar tabletop RPG game coming out.
Yeah, I told you about that last week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but like, I haven't seen anything else about it yet.
Oh, I found a picture of what the game actually is. I'll have to find it later.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, that's about it. Oh, and Disney is closing the studio behind the Ice Age franchise, which is Blue Sky Studios. Alright, to the big story.
Alright. Posting stuff. Cancel culture, I suppose. Let's start with cancel culture. Like, Gina Carano got fired from Lucasfilm. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm with you, man. Like, I don't get it. Like,
wait. So let's talk about this. There was a tweet where she said, "I'm just going to read it." So
we're talking about the most recent one, right?
The recent one, yeah.
Okay.
She posted a picture of a woman running down the street in Nazi Germany, getting attacked by kids, and she said, "Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children." And then, quote, "Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them for simply being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views?" That seems extremely reasonable, honestly, to me. I understand why people don't like it, because she's comparing conservative treatment to
the Holocaust, essentially.
The Holocaust,
right?
But she's not specifically saying that. She's just saying that we're on a path here, and it's possible that something bad could happen. Like, don't turn on each other, guys. Let's all come together. That's what I read from it. But then everyone just freaked out. Like, what in the world? Within a day, she got fired from Disney Plus because everyone was just angry at her. And then the next day, she gets picked up, and now she's not only acting but producing in a movie with...
And directing, isn't she?
I don't... Was it directing?
She's pretty much running the show.
I thought it was acting and producing. I didn't hear directing, but for the Daily Wire, because the Daily Wire is really getting into movie producing now. They just released a movie called Run, Hide, Fight. It's kind of like a school shooting movie where this girl is like a good... She gets trained by her dad, and she's like a really good shooter, sniper girl or something, or survivalist girl.
So very Second Amendment, like, if somebody, like, tries...
And the Daily Wire, I don't know, are you familiar with that? Yeah, but it's very conservative, right-wing, or whatever.
I know a lot of people in my life are going to probably hate, like, saying this, but I actually don't mind Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
He's the man.
So...
Tells you the facts.
She's going over to their platform, and she's going to... It sounds like kind of be the showrunner for a while. And every conservative outlet is kind of getting behind her, like, we need to support her, do whatever we can, because she can't do it in the mainstream.
So people saying, like, who are saying, like, Gina Carano, like, talking about, like, the Nazis and, like, the Holocaust versus conservatives. First of all, if Ben Shapiro, like, is backing her, he's Jewish.
I know.
Like,
yeah.
Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Well, he's been called an anti-Semite and stuff before, too, and all this stuff. But I looked through all of her offending posts and offending posts
for soft people,
and it's literally just because she is an actress in Hollywood that she's getting all this stuff, like, and it's, I don't know, what do we want to talk about here? Should we talk about just cancel culture in general? Should we just, what happened happened?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's ridiculous that, like, people can, like, the masses can affect somebody's career like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing that she did spoke out against Lucasfilm, Disney, or anything like that. It was literally about, like, political stuff that was happening outside of her employment.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you guys, but, like, no matter where I've worked, nobody, like, none of my, like, employers have ever cared about, like, what I post, as long as it doesn't affect, like, or correlate to the actual, like, business.
Yeah. And that's the problem, though, is, like, a lot of people who watch Disney are half the people in the country are left-wing, half the people are right-wing at this point, because the results of the election. So because she posts this stuff, Disney's threatened to lose half of their viewership, but then Disney tries to appease everybody, and they're like, oh, let's fire her, so these people will be happy. But no, then these people get angry, and it's just, you can't
please everybody.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm curious about, like, her contract, and because, like, her agency even dropped her.
Yeah, that was even crazier.
Yeah,
not just Disney, but her agency's like, nope, nothing to do with you.
Like, you're a hot button right now.
It's
like, we can't touch it.
It's completely blacklisting, which just sucks. Like, you do something wrong and you're blacklisted, just like McCarthyism. I mean,
I was literally just thinking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. It is kind of crazy because it could literally happen to anybody. It's just she was a popular actress
but that's just it. Like, she's outspoken about, like, her personal views. Her personal views, not like anything to do with, like, her.
When I think she doesn't want to play the game either, because she got famous for fighting MMA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, yeah, I'm doing this acting thing. Who cares? I mean, that's
her main.
That's the next stage in my career. But like, I have a very successful career back here. I have loyal fans, all that stuff. Like,
she's got more loyal fans as an actress than a
you think?
fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
I just feel like she did her thing there. She's confident in herself enough to post that stuff and not.
I don't think she cares about what anyone thinks.
And not worry.
100%
she doesn't care about. I mean, I'm sure she cares to
There's
some
other
degree.
like conservative type people in Hollywood, but they just don't say anything because they know that they don't want to get in trouble, Or if I was in Hollywood, I probably wouldn't be posting stuff either. I'd just not post anything, because why would you?
Right.
But I don't know. It's just unfortunate, and
I don't know. I've seen stuff like where there's like potential where Disney could welcome her back, just like how Disney welcomed back James Gunn, even after all the even crazier stuff he posted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like compared to what James Gunn posted, compared to what Gina Carano posted, is
even Pedro Pascal has posted stuff, very political stuff.
Everyone's surfacing it now.
Well, surfacing it? What do you mean?
Like bringing it to everyone's attention.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, he posted something that was like, "This is America today," and it was a picture of kids like in cages or whatever, and it was a picture of Palestinian kids like in cages, not even American kids. So like he just didn't know that when he posted it, and then he had that one post that frustrated me with, it said like, I don't remember what it was. It was like idiots in the 1800s, and it was a Confederate flag. Then idiots in 1940, and it was a Nazi flag. Then idiots in 2020, there's a Trump hat, and it's like, all right, I don't know. Like,
see, and that's just it. Like, yeah, you can fire it. And I'm not saying, like, either one is right, but, like, you can fire, like, shots at, like, conservatives, but, like, that, and that's totally fine, but, like, you say something that isn't even, like, targeted towards liberals.
Yeah. It's just, she literally, to me, was just saying, like, let's all get along. Like, let's not fight each other. Like, we have bigger enemies than that, you know? And that's what I saw, but people took it out.
Here's the weird thing is that, she got fired for posting that stuff, and which is all, I guess pointed at the left side, but yet, and I love Mark Hamill to death. You know, Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
But he is very left. And he posts very left and negative things towards Trump and all that stuff. Yeah. And just the Republican side.
Which Trump isn't that's
But they don't cancel him. He's speaking out and saying terrible things as well, but they don't do anything to him. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's cancel culture.
It's just getting to a point where it's...
So, I've seen people like unsubscribe
Rosie
to Disney
and I,
Plus accounts.
We watched Get Hard the other night because it was recently added to HBO Max.
Yeah.
And we fast forwarded through so much of it because I'm like, this is just... The whole premise of the movie is like they're making a joke about when you go to prison you get raped. Like that's the whole premise of the movie, and the whole thing is like...
Are you talking about with Kevin Hart and Will
Smith? Yeah. There was funny parts, but like...
It has nothing to do with being raped.
I know. But no, that's the whole movie. The whole movie is like, no,
prepare for prison.
Prepare me for prison because I'm going to get raped. Like they make that joke so many times. Yeah,
but that's not the sole plot.
Yes, it is.
It's not about being raped.
Yes, it is.
No, it's about going to prison.
I guarantee you it's about getting raped. Anyways. But there's a scene where he's like, in order to protect myself in prison, I got to go ally with a gang. So he goes to like the African American gang, and they won't have him because he's a white guy, of course. So then he goes to the white supremacists, and then Kevin Hart's sitting in a car, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm giving you a free pass. I'm giving you a free pass. You know, you gotta bring out your inner racist or whatever he says, and you gotta say the N-word to me or whatever." And Will Ferrell's like has to like say it, but like in a weird way, and I'm like, "Oh man, this is like getting close to the line here, you know." And is Will Ferrell gonna get canceled? He didn't because it's an older movie, but I'm like, if they did it in any other way than
how old is this movie?
2018? No. I don't know. I think it's 2018.
See, and here's my thing about that, because like why would you get canceled? Because it's part of a script.
Right.
Like,
well, people have been getting canceled for saying the N-word in not a racist way, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know.
Who got fired for saying that during the script?
There was a teacher who just got fired for...
Oh, saying Nigga.
Yeah, but he was talking about... I can't speak to it.
Are you talking about the video talking with that student in the class recently?
But you're talking about like normal people, right? Not
Yeah.
So I'm talking like behind a script, like if it's written into the dialogue of like a movie or TV, like nobody's gonna get fired over that because it's part of the show. Like I'm talking about like people's outspoken stuff outside of work, like affecting their employment. Because like Gina, like she shouldn't have been fired for posting her own opinion. I mean,
I think it's just that it affected Disney's bottom line. If like you were working back when you worked at Home Furniture or something, you posted something really racist and no one went to Home Furniture anymore because of you, and the customers were saying it was because you worked there, you'd get fired. Like I would get fired if I posted.
And I would fight that because like that's legally not allowed.
Wow.
Like no, because like when you start a job, like obviously you have like, I mean,
we've had people at O'Day. Well, I don't know if you should say it, but we've had people get fired for posting stuff on social media that was like I don't know exactly what it was, but the reason they got fired was for posting stuff on social media, on their own personal social media. So,
see, once again, if like
I don't know the legality of it, but
well, that's just it. Like if you read through like your employee contract or your handbook or whatever, like it'll state there.
Yeah,
but like. So for me, when I was working at the liquor store, like the only thing that my boss ever called me in on, like talked to me about, was when I posted a joke, a meme about like people lining up at a liquor store at like 8:00 in the morning, like let me in, and she's like, well, that can be like, you know, kind of offensive to like some of our customers, and that's the literally only thing she's ever called me in for.
Yeah,
and I'm like, all right, well,
and that's the thing though, like we don't post things that are crazy. I don't think that a lot of Gina Carano stuff is crazy either, but to the people that she's surrounded her in her career, it is crazy. So I don't know.
I wouldn't even agree with that, because like everything up to like this Holocaust one, like her co-stars on The Mandalorian have stood behind her.
No, well, they
Pedro Pascal like was totally fine with her when she did the whole like beep bop boop thing on her Twitter.
Yeah,
and like stood behind her, even though like he literally just announced on his Twitter that his sister is trans.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I don't know. It's just
if all of your co-stars, like, your colleagues are behind you, like, it's literally just the network trying to, like, distance themselves.
Yeah.
Which, once again, I don't think should be any basis of, for employment.
Right. It is different with acting, though, because it's more like a gig. It's not like an hourly, if you worked at 7-Eleven, and you could probably post whatever you want, but I don't know. It's interesting. So, I don't know. I don't really have anything else about that. Just wanted to talk about it a little bit. It's kind of just depressing, really.
Right?
It's not really fun.
I just wish people would quit being so soft.
Yeah.
Cancel culture just ruins, like, it sometimes, listening to the fans can have, like, very few times good effects on Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, when I don't know what company was behind the live action Sonic movie, but like when they changed Sonic's appearance, because
that was a good thing.
Right, he looked so weird that, like, in the first viewing of it.
Yeah.
But like they changed it for the better, and now like, but say like having her like lined up for what was it?
The Rebel show.
Yeah,
what was that?
Was it Rebels? Right.
What?
The offshoot that she was going to be in.
Gina Carano was going to be in the Rebel Alliance show or whatever it was.
Oh, Rangers of the New
Rangers,
Republic.
yeah.
of the Republic, yeah.
Nothing was ever confirmed she was in it, but
Yeah.
I mean, she was a Ranger of the New Republic.
Right.
So it's kind of self-explanatory that she would be in it.
So, on the fandom side, do you think that they're going to just completely get rid of that character? Do you think they're going to recast her? What do you think?
I don't think the character will be back. I think they'll explain her death or her
It's really
time.
unfortunate that she died in that explosion on that planet.
I've seen some memes. It's kind of bad, but it's just like the opening crawl. It says Cara Dune's in an X-wing accident. Goodbye.
Well, I've actually seen a lot of people. There's a bunch of fans who are like hoping that they'll recast the character with Lucy Lawless, which I'm like, she's a little old now for that character, but sure.
You gotta find someone with the same kind of physical stature as her too.
Yeah. Well, I
No, she
mean,
just doesn't look
because
as-
Lucy Lawless used to play Xena
On the
Warrior
acting
Princess.
side, do you think that Gina Carano was a good actress?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I think she had a lot of charisma, but as far as acting, I feel like she's a little wooden.
I think they put her in the perfect role for her.
Oh, for
Because,
sure.
like,
she played herself, basically, kind of, But I don't know. Yeah, that's all I got for that. Really.
we need to cancel culture.
Yes.
Yes.
Like we just need to be able to talk to each other.
I'm glad we all
I don't
agree
know.
on this.
Yeah. Like I would much rather just talk to someone who has completely wrong beliefs than me, and I'm not the type of person either who like wants to force my beliefs on anyone else. But I just want to talk about it. I want to understand. Like if someone has a completely different opinion than me, I want to talk to them and hear what they have to say because I want to learn more. Maybe I'm wrong. There's some things that I have to stand by because of just my beliefs and God and stuff like that. But like I don't know.
I even like she didn't post anything as like a joke, but like I still believe that like once again this might get some hate, but like I think anything can be made into a joke.
Yeah.
Like you can make a joke about anything.
Yeah.
As like just read the room.
Like Daniel Tosh.
I was just about to say that. If we've learned anything from Daniel Tosh is that you can make a joke out of anything, and if you can't,
Well, that's the sucky thing.
I don't need to be in your life.
That's the sucky thing about cancel culture is you can't make jokes really anymore.
No,
To a point. I mean, you can about certain things and about certain
it
people.
can't be about any kind of sensitive topic. And
Right.
Yeah.
You can't joke about
Like, man,
gays,
can
trans.
you imagine
nothing
Daniel
like
Tosh doing
black
his
or
like,
anything
oh,
like that.
you don't
Well,
think you
he-
can joke about rape? Like, and,
He's doing a show now, like again.
yeah.
But like I haven't really watched it, but I mean
Yeah.
I don't think he's changed at all.
I don't
He
know.
won't.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't. Ugh.
Oh, okay. So just to end on something fun, just because I think it's fun. There's a couple franchises out there that, like, some people are complaining that Marvel movies you need to watch way too many of them to like follow the plot, you know.
Right.
So there's all these different franchises out there, and they have a lot of hours to them. So which one of these do you think has the most amount of hours devoted to it? There's like 6 of them. Marvel, just MCU, not the Netflix shows, just the MCU.
But either way, that's like what, 23 movies?
Yeah. So Marvel, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, The Office, Mad Men, Friends, or Lost. Which one do you think has the most?
The most watches?
The most hours, like to watch through the series. Marvel, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, The Office, Mad Men, Friends, or Lost.
Friends, I think, has 10 seasons.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, the longest one is...
No, hold on. So, Game of Thrones is 8 seasons, 10 episodes each, except for the last 2 seasons. So you're looking at about 100...
Again, they're all super close, probably, so it's not.
They're relatively close.
Yeah,
but,
so there's there's no like one that stands out from the others.
I'm gonna say The Office.
That's what would be my guess too.
Yeah, The Office is at 73 hours. The longest one is Lost at 90 hours.
How does Lost have 90 hours? It only has 6 seasons.
There's a lot of episodes in those seasons, though. Like they have 24 or something episodes per season.
I literally just finished season 4, and it only has 14 episodes.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know.
Are they 45 minutes each or 20?
45 minutes each.
But Marvel is the least with 59 hours as of right now. So,
wow.
I don't know. Out of all those shows, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, The Office, Mad Men, Friends, Lost, like they're completely different types of shows and stuff like that. But like Marvel isn't that bad.
So that just goes to show that it's way easier to do a Lord of the Rings extended edition marathon versus any of these.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a Star Wars movie marathon.
I don't know. I just thought that was kind of cool. But that's all I got. Sherman, you want to take us out?
Yeah, so thanks, guys, for this super fun episode of Phandom Nights News, where we talk about what's popping in pop culture. If you want to be a Phandom Night yourself, join us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and potentially TikTok.
I uploaded a video yesterday.
Hey, all right, we're getting there.
Or 2 days ago, maybe, I don't know.
And thanks for watching.
Don't be soft.